the storms of the mind that a brave warrior makes. Hear the call of the pink persuader, your own bold and fearless invader. Let ancient strength be your guide, with unbreakable will deep inside.
Hello and welcome back to the Pink Persuader on mental health. Today, I have got someone with me who I'm really glad to have on with me. I have got Darren here, who is a facilitator and the events coordinator for Man Down. I want to do this episode because men's mental health gets talked about a lot, and I talk a lot about men's mental health, something I'm very passionate about. But sometimes what really matters is the people who are actually creating the spaces where men can come as they are and talk honestly and realise they are not on their own. So today is going to be a proper, real conversation about men's mental health, support, community, and what it means to create spaces where people feel safe enough to open up. So first of all, mate, thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me, Pink.
No, I'm glad you've been nagging me to do this for months. So since I said it,
I think it's about a year.
I think I did the last episode in June, so it's coming up.
Yeah, so about a
it's
year.
coming up for a year. So, but we'll start nice and simple. So for people who might not know who you are, tell us a bit about who is Darren.
Who is how long is this podcast? I mean, Christmas is fast approaching. I'm Darren. I'm a facilitator for Man Down, and I'm also the events coordinator for the organisation. And we, as an organisation, are trying to reduce the male suicide rate and the stigma about talking about suicide amongst men, aged from 18 upwards. And that's what is one of my passions. I'm a suicide survivor myself, so I've been there. I know what it's like in those dark places. But also, as you know, Dan, as everybody knows, I trained as a performer, as an actor.
Yes, he's an actor. Which we all know this.
Which I don't like to talk about or mention.
No, you never talk about.
Which I never talk about. But I found a passion when I moved back to Cornwall in being able to help guys that are going through things that I've experienced in my life and try and help them not have the years of sadness and darkness that I had as they grow older, for the ones that are younger, and for those who are my age. I mean, I know I only look like I'm 21, and thankfully this isn't being filmed.
No one knows. No one knows who you look like.
No. For all the listeners, I look like Brad Pitt. If you get to my age, which isn't that old in the scale of things,
No.
I'm 46, but if you've spent 30 plus odd years with your mental health struggles, you see you don't want people going through the experiences you have had, and it's passing on that experience of how I've dealt with it. Also the fact that I'm neurodiverse, like yourself, Pink. Being part of that community and learning and understanding of being neurodiverse.
Oh, it's a minefield though, isn't it? Like, there's so many different neurodiversities, and each one acts differently. But then there's crossovers that are the same, and
I mean, you've seen one of my habits when I get excited or there's something I like. I rub my hands together a lot. For example, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Even at 46. Even now I do it. Like today, I went out with a friend this morning for coffee and breakfast, and we were talking about him going away for the first time because he's never been out of England or never been on a plane.
Neither have I.
Yeah, so I'm taking him to Dublin because he wants to go and do a tour of the Guinness factory. There are other forms of stout out there, just so you know. So,
yeah, we're not advertising purely Guinness.
Yeah. So there are other forms of stout out there. But he wants to go to see that, and I was getting excited because he was getting excited.
Yeah.
So I'm there rubbing my hands together.
It's a great tour.
And people are thinking I'm cold or crazy because I'm like going like this. And it's been quite a nice day.
Yeah, well, Darren, you are a bit crazy, but aren't we all?
Yeah, well,
I mean, we don't get to this point in life having been through the mental health issues that we've struggled with, and not pick up a few miles of crazy. Do you know what I mean?
No, and I mean, as you know firsthand, what it's like to be in these dark places when you're depressed, you're anxious, obsessive behaviors take over. It's hard, because your brain doesn't switch off, and you don't.
Yeah,
sleep.
No, it does. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I spend a lot of nights lying there, just like wishing for sleep.
and me too.
Yeah.
It's been a bit hard this week as well.
Yeah.
Mentally, because
well, you had a tooth out this week.
I did have a tooth out. Don't worry, everybody. I still do have all my teeth.
He has some.
apart from a wisdom tooth, but I was never wise anyway. So having that out, and then for it to get infected and dry socket, which is extremely painful, and not being able to. The thing is, it relates to your head. You can't get away from the pain of the tooth and the nerve, and you can't get away from the pain in your head.
Well, this is something I touched on. I've touched on recently since coming back to this podcast, because obviously, as you know, with my knee, my latest diagnosis of potential chronic illnesses with fatigue and the fibro, it is, and it is very much like there is a link between pain and your mental health. Like, my mental health has taken a massive decline since suffering with my knee. Like, and I completely understand that. And it's just like, a toothache is one of the worst things.
Oh, it is. And I mean, this week, 4 visits to the dentist, having the dry socket, which I don't even know how I managed to get, because I've done everything right, and I don't smoke and I don't drink.
Sometimes it is the way. That's the way, isn't it? It's so with your mental health. You can do everything right, but you still end up in that dark place. Do you know what I mean?
It's true. And you've heard me talk about journeys and everything, and bumps on the road, which we all experience while we're going through our mental health journeys, and we are going to have bumps, because that's the way life is.
Yeah.
And it's about finding the correct tools to put us back on the road of our journey.
Yeah, that is an analogy we really do. I think both of us like to use. It's the toolbox analogy, building up your tools, like learning different coping mechanisms, different skills, and I think that's probably part of what we do as part of the groups at Man Down. Yeah. We help people find those new tools. Because for the guys that do not know, me and Darren actually work together to facilitate the Man Down group in St Austell. So
we do.
If you're in that area and you're ever available on Monday night, you come and see us.
Yeah, you'll see a guy with pink hair and a guy who looks like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's when they'll realise you're lying, Darren.
Okay, Brad Pitt, if he was a love child from Sloth, from the Goonies.
Yeah. It crossed with Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah. I'm Sloth Pitt.
So, Darren, how originally did you get involved with Man Down?
So originally I got involved with Man Down in 2021. It was just after the COVID pandemic. Well, we're still going through it, because there were still lockdowns and things intermittently, and eat out to save the country and all that stuff. I got talking to someone who was telling me about it, saying I should go along, because from the outside, people can't really see what the person is going through in the inside. So on the outside, I guess things perceive, well, he's done this, he's done that, he goes there, boom, 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 boom. Everyone thinks the jobs are good, but it's that's not always the case.
Yeah.
So I got involved back in 2021 as a member. So I went along as a member. So I walked into my first meeting in the St Austell area. I remember walking around St Austell for like an hour and a half in darkness because it was mid-November, cold, wet night. But the anxiety was kicking in because I didn't know who was going to be there. What they're going to say, if it's someone I know or they see me.
Especially in like local area. Do you know what I mean? It's you sit there and you worry about that.
Especially because I'm quite well known in the area. You know, people, what are they going to think if I'm coming in and talking about things that I haven't really spoken about to anybody? And I walked in and there was a room of about 7 guys, I think, then.
When you consider where we are now, the hostel group, what?
So the maximum we've had is 34. In one meeting. Back then, it was about 7. It was a big meeting, and I walked into where we were holding the meetings, and I did share on the first meeting. And opened up a little bit and experiences. And I remember it was actually held by one of the directors of Man Down. And he come up to me at the end and said, I've never heard anyone experience so much death when I was talking about the death side of things.
Yeah, you've experienced a lot in your life, haven't you?
So he was like, no, that's cool that you came. And then I went religiously. And then I stepped up and became a co-facilitator in 2022. And then I took over the St Austell group later that year. Where I became the lead with St Austell, because I wanted to give back.
I think that's where I think both me and you have had similar journeys. Like in the way of we both found Man Down about a similar sort of time. Actually, I think I was probably about a few months before you when I first started going to Newquay, and it wasn't too long then. Like a year or so later, then I stepped up and was working alongside guys to facilitate the group there. But as well, I think both of us become very personally attached to Man Down, haven't we? It's not just a charity or a group. It's personal to us, isn't it?
It is. It is, because we've been there, and you don't want to see the guys in the positions that we've been in or do the things that we've done, and it does become personal, and you care. I mean, I've rarely have missed a meeting.
No, you swan off to America sometimes. That's about it.
When I have to go off, but once or twice a year I've missed meetings in a nearly 5-year period. So yes, I took over the St Austell group, where we hit on earlier about the amount of members we have now, where it has grown to the levels that it has. And then I got offered the opportunity to step up into a leadership role in the organisation and become the events coordinator, which I thoroughly enjoy. So I go out on the road with my team, which you're also around Cornwall, to lovely events, meeting lots of people.
We do have fun with it as well.
We do have fun. We have great laughs. On the road when we're travelling, setting up. We get to watch rugby games. Go behind the scenes, for example, which a lot of people don't get to see. Of certain things, and it's nice to hear with people that are of influence. For example, say, well done. And to you guys as well, on there, not just to the directors or the hires ups or anything like that, but to actually the guys on the ground, which we are.
Yeah.
We go to wherever with what we're doing or whatever events I've potentially.
Are we looking at going up to Wiltshire for a rugby event?
Yeah, we are looking. we are looking to go to Wiltshire for a touch rugby event.
That was the one I was going. I'm a bit gutted.
Yeah,
I was going to take part,
but because of
my knee, I don't think I'm going to be able to. But
we have got a touch rugby event happening this month.
Yeah,
which is going to be good.
Is that the one we are? Is it We Are One?
Yeah, We Are One. So this is like this is a little bit thing for all the players and the organisations just to have a bit of fun that are involved with that, with some touch rugby.
Yeah.
There will be some professional rugby players there because there are professional rugby players playing in We Are One.
Yeah.
And it's not just about rugby that we go to. We go to film nights. We go to talks, presentations.
Well, even in schools as well. I know me and a couple of the other guys went and did an event over at Newquay, one of the Newquay secondary schools, and trying to reach the kids and stuff. And I think that's an important bit. I know, like Ross has started working with teenagers with his new project, and it's such an important part. I think getting into the youngsters.
It is, because the youngsters will turn into adults.
Yeah.
And trauma comes from the childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So statistically, most of the traumas that we experience that affect our behaviours come from our childhood years, our inferential years, what we see, what we learn.
Adverse childhood
growing
experiences. Up. Yeah. And the amount it actually affects you. Doing the job that I do, I've learned so much about that. And, you can sort of, you see it. And when you talk to guys, especially, when they are a bit older, you talk to them about their childhood, and you find out what's gone on in their childhood, you will always find there is a little bit of something that's gone on that's maybe just done something up here.
And it's just giving that message to those teenagers that it's okay to talk. So as they get older, they don't swallow it like we do and push it down to the depth.
I mean, I was what? So hang on, when I first went to Man Down, so we're talking, so it was 2020 I first started going to
so you would have been 28?
Yeah, 28.
Yeah.
That was when I first started talking about my mental health. Like, all right, yes, now you at 34, you cannot shut me up about mental health, and I will scream it from the rooftop to break the stigma and to find advocacy for people. But in 6 years, I mean, it shouldn't have taken me to get to 28 to start talking about my mental health.
No, I was 41. So you've got to think. I was older than you when I started to open up.
This is it,
so I've lived with that for nearly as long as you've been alive. And I know that sounds quite scary when I say that, but dealing with that for the length of time I have, which is your lifetime. That is a lot of years. That's.
Oh, this is it. It's a long time, and you think. You wouldn't mind me saying that you've kept a lot of that bottled up for years.
Yes.
Would you have opened up to anyone if it wasn't for Man Down? Do you think you would have started talking about your mental health if it wasn't for Man Down?
No, I don't think I would have done. Because I found it hard, I guess, to talk about it. I wouldn't talk most probably about my neurodiversity either, because I've always been called weird or strange.
And that's something I think a lot of us have had, especially undiagnosed into late life. You do have that feeling of being the outsider, the weirdo, the one that's a bit different to everyone else. But it's being able to have those, and I will say, like, being a big advocate for neurodiversity as I am, Man Down's always been such a safe space for me to be able to stim and things like that. Like, I've never felt like weird in a Man Down meeting.
No, and it's amazing how many people you see there that are part of the neurodiversity community, for example, are on the spectrum and everything. That connects us to someone who gets us a little bit or understands us a little bit more than normal.
Exactly. You got the neurotypical. We live in a neurotypical world, and a lot of this world is extremely neurotypical. Even still, schools to this day,
and it's hard. It's hard for us sometimes to conform to normal behaviours because to us, normal is who we are.
Yeah. What is normal? At the end of the day, I mean, weird pink-haired Viking. To me, that's normal. That's my normal. So actually, why would I want to be anything else?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And it's like, what is normal for me? A mid-40s Brad Pitt cross-sloth looking guy from the Goonies who's a bit weird. He sometimes makes some strange noises or makes up weird songs. Or
you do make up some.
I do make up some weird songs,
and it's on the spot. It's quite a talent, though.
Yeah, I know.
You'll be sitting in the car listening to music with me, and you'll make up random little jingles to the songs that I'm listening to.
I know, and sometimes I'm a poet and I don't know it, and I guess that's one of the things, because earlier on we mentioned about me being an actor and things like that. That's what I got into at school, because that was an escape for me at school, an escape from my life, because I could be someone different for a couple of hours on stage and take it out of myself and become a different person,
like a professional mask.
In
a way.
Well, that's what I am. I am a trained mask wearer. When you go to drama school, you are trained in the art of mask. You're actually, with Greek theatre, a lot used to wear masks. That's where the term comes from, masking. So I would wear a mask as a performer. I could be things that I'm not, and do things and play leads. I was told things that I didn't believe in myself. At drama school, they said I could be the romantic lead and things like that. But I didn't see myself that way.
No,
I didn't look.
You didn't see yourself that romantic.
I didn't look in the mirror and see, I'm going to be the romantic lead. When I remember, I was about 17, I think 17, and my drama teacher at college just paid me a compliment on my profile, as in my side profile and my facial profile. And, it's quite strange being told that, because I was attacked when I was younger. And I had my nose badly broken. So my nose I think it's broken about 5 times. So I became very insecure about the way I look. Because of my nose. You can't escape your nose. It's right in the middle.
It's a main feature of your face, isn't it?
And ever since then, when people say compliments or nice things, I'm like, really? I don't see it. When I make a joke about looking like Brad Pitt, but in the mirror, I look at it and I don't see that.
No,
I don't see what these people are saying they see. And it knocks me and it affects me. Even to this day. Even now, it still affects me. And I still worry about my features. I know I can't have another operation on my nose. If I have another operation on my nose, it'll drop off, and that must probably be like Michael Jackson. I'm going to have to stick it back on.
I mean, did you have that same operation I had? I broke my nose when I was 13. Did you have it all like re-straightened?
I've had that done a couple of times. I've had the rods up my nose. You have little packs and everything, and it was horrible. And at that same period, I also was involved in a firework accident where my eyebrows got burnt off.
Yeah.
My hair back
God.
got burnt off. I had like 3rd-degree burns on my hand, and I was having to wear a glove that looked like
Michael Jackson again.
no, it was a clear glove with this cream.
Oh, okay.
So I'm literally walking around with my hand in something that looks like something I'm not going to say.
I'm going to say, you look like you had a condom on your hand.
Yes, used.
Oh, dude, I shouldn't laugh, but
I'm 16, 17 again at that.
Yeah.
Great going to college looking like that.
Yeah, and kids are cruel.
Yeah,
kids are cruel,
and it was a scary time as well.
Yeah.
I was blind for an hour. And it was scary. I remember my mum and dad when I came in from being at the A&E. I come in and they'd given me painkillers and everything because I was in quite a lot of pain, but I didn't feel it because the painkillers they gave me. And I come in laughing and said, "Oh, I had a firework accident." And my parents were like, "Oh, no, you haven't. What are you doing?" And they come out and then they were like, "Oh, poo." I had a firework accident.
Yeah. Because this is back in the day before smartphones.
This was, there was no mobile phones.
No, this is before people could video it. Like, if that happened now, it would have been on Facebook. Or
I would be
TikTok,
viral,
and it would have gone viral.
I would be viral.
And in a way, I suppose that's quite nice, like for you.
It is. It is. Quite nice. Because so there was that as well. So at that time, not only did I have my appearance from being attacked, but also from a firework accident, which doesn't help your confidence when you're 16, 17 and you're into girls and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that affected me.
And I suppose, and at that time, you never would have spoken about that, would you? Like to anyone?
No,
you wouldn't have spoken to your mum and dad about how that made you feel, or
no. I just cracked on.
Yeah.
I went to college, and there was several nights I'm not afraid to say it, but I cried and everything like that because I've got anger issues. I had anger issues as a teenager growing up because of my mental health and things like that.
Yeah.
And it was learning how to deal with that side of things, as well as everything else that's going on.
Yeah, because the danger of anger issues is obviously then you lose your temper, you can get arrested, things like and it's not actually because of who you are as a person, because you are a genuinely lovely guy.
Yeah.
But just because you have anger issues doesn't mean you're not.
Yeah.
Then that anger issue can then cause an issue for the rest of your life if
you let it. I mean, thankfully, I haven't let it. I've managed to put a lot of that behind me now. Thankfully, because I don't have the bullying or that type of thing going on, which was making me angry.
Yeah.
So again, this relates to all the trauma side of things from childhood. You carry it. So going through that on top of being neurodiverse and not knowing about it until your 40s and all the lost and everything, and a lot more that I won't go to. I won't go into because we can talk.
Oh, we could potentially talk for hours.
We could be here for hours. But that's why I wanted to go to Mandown, so I could get things
journey
off my chest and have that journey in a safe place where I'm not going to be analysed amongst people who are going through the same thing, and knowing it's confidential, knowing that I will have a laugh, I will make friends.
And this is the thing, because I think both of us, we approached the meeting, I think if anyone hasn't been or doesn't know what Mandown is, listening to their first time listening to this episode, and they missed the episode where I explain what Mandown is, the only way I could describe it is it's a group of friends getting together. It's not clinical. We do have a laugh as well as talking about the dark subject.
Yes.
I mean, we often take the piss out of you, don't we?
Quite often.
Yeah. I mean, we use that as a humour point.
Quite often. But if you guys are having a laugh at me or whatever, it's taking you out of that headspace for a second, where it's potentially making a slight difference. The only time I ever step in or anything, if I think it's going too far.
Oh, of course.
And that's the same with anybody. If anything is going too far, then it has to stop.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everyone's got to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know,
we're here to make people feel safe.
Yeah.
And people don't want to come to a meeting where they're going to feel unsafe or bullied or judged for any reason.
Yeah, no. This is it. And this is where the whole everyone is welcome. You know what I mean? That every man is welcome at a Man Down. Whether they are 18 to 80, whether you are gay, straight, bisexual, do you know what I mean? And to be fair, I think we've had all sorts of different men walk in the door, and I think everyone's always, I know I can speak definitely for our group, is where they've always felt welcome.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is giving them that welcome space as soon as they arrive.
Yeah.
As you know, with the meetings in St Austell, they're made welcome. We have a couple of the guys that will make teas and coffee for the guys, and we will have snacks and nibbles there for them as well throughout the meeting. And it's giving them that welcome to know that it's going to be okay for them to talk when they talk.
Because I think a lot of people imagine it as being this big, awkward circle of guys. It's awkward, it's scary, everyone's going to be sad, or everyone's going to be crying, and maybe they're not ready for that. But actually, then when they get in there and they sit and they see the likes of myself and you having a laugh and a joke, and some of the other guys that are in better, in good spaces, or actually even sometimes when they're in bad spaces, they'll make a joke to keep themselves going.
But even the ones that potentially are going through things themselves, you will see as the meeting progresses, they put an input as well into people who potentially are going through something similar that they're going through.
Yeah. No, this is it. And to be honest, I think it's come a long way. But I still think that there are guys out there who still struggle to open up, though. It's a real struggle.
Unfortunately, that's a generational thing, and that will carry on throughout the dawn of time, because it isn't something that's just happened or new. Mental health has been around since man and women were created.
Yeah.
It is improving.
Yeah.
But there is a lot more that needs to be done.
There is. There's so much more.
And you're seeing more and more organisations that are willing to help and support and get things talking.
Yeah.
Like with us, because men are statistically likely to commit suicide between the ages of 50 and below. That's the highest rate of men. And now
75% of all suicides
are men. Yeah, it is 75% of all suicides are men. You work that out and you think, well, that's one man every 2 hours. That's 82 men a week.
Yeah.
83 men a week in England that take their lives.
And that's just England. That is just this small little island that we live on.
It's just this small little island. Now, where we live in Cornwall. You think it's a beautiful place. You think we have quite a low suicide rate, but we've actually got one of the highest.
Yeah, we have the highest rates in the whole country.
We do, and we're trying to make that change.
Yeah,
and for all your listeners and everything out there that are listening today, if you are a man that's aged 18 up and you feel that you need to talk or you need support or you need help, There's meetings across the whole of the UK. There's 46 locations at the moment. And you've just got to go. So take that risk and check out the website, www.mandown.org. See where your nearest meeting is. Don't be afraid to walk through that door, because by doing that, you're going to be helping yourself, but you're also potentially going to help someone else as well.
And that's the thing, because you never know. You never know who you're going to touch. Mentally, not physically. We don't touch each other.
I don't like being touched.
No, you don't. I've seen you give one hug out to a guy that was upset one time, and that was it. That is the one time I've ever seen you do it.
That's my neurodiverse brain kicking in. I don't like to be touched.
No, I've got to do the hugs. If anyone needs a hug, that group, it's me that's got to do the hugs.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them.
I give good hugs. I don't know what you're on about.
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
But I mean,
you have the most infectious laugh. I will.
yeah. When there are certain other neurodiverse people at our group. I won't mention any names. When the two of us start laughing together. It's when you start to snort. I worry.
I worry if you're going to stop breathing.
That's only when I'm sleeping with my sleep apnea.
Yeah, no, but I'm like, is he going to breathe or what? Because I'm not giving him the kiss of life.
No, I don't want you to give me. In fact, Darren, I would make that a rule. If I ever stop breathing around you, do not give me the kiss of
great.
life.
Cheers, mate. I'm that bad now. You don't even want to be resuscitated if you're dying. Great.
Well, they do say now, actually, in modern first aid, that you do not need to do the rescue breaths.
You're just trying to think of an excuse now just to say you'd rather not be resuscitated by me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I would say the same to most of the guys. I don't think there's any of the guys in our group that would want to give me the kiss of life.
You know what? I would have given you the kiss of life last week, even with my dental infection. I would have given you the full stench of my breath with the infection to save your life. I would have done that for you.
I know you would have.
And you would have had the insight of that
terrible
smell that my dentist said. My dentist said, "Oh, your breath doesn't smell, but you've got a really bad smell around that tooth." Thanks for that, love.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you. I mean, that's someone that understands odours that come from the mouth as well. Like,
it's just yeah.
But I think as well, with the events that you organise, it's not just reaching out to people, is it? It's about trying to find fundraising for the groups and trying to keep the groups going.
Yeah,
because everything is charity. It's all fundraised, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
Everyone's volunteers.
There's no paid staff. Everybody is volunteers. And we rely on donations, like a lot of organisations. Without the kindness of people, the support of people, with doing events, whether it's running from John O'Groats to Land's End, which someone's doing at the moment. They're on their way down now, and finishing on Saturday. Whether it's playing rugby, whether it's running 27 miles in honour of their brother, who is a dear friend of ours, who sadly passed due to illness, and his sister doing that amazing
she did
amazing run for her, and the money she raised was outstanding. We rely on that. Without that, there wouldn't be a man down to support.
Well, I think it was because I got, when obviously, as you know, last year I did a lot of fundraising for Man Down
half marathon,
for running the Plymouth Half Marathon. I think I raised about £1,700. And when I got a letter from the directors, and they explained that actually that amount of money was enough to keep a group going for a year. Like that, when you think about it in that respect, and you think about, so what did you say, 46 groups throughout the UK?
46, yeah.
So you think how much money that takes to keep these groups going, and that is all done through fundraising, I don't think there's no like charity like
There's no grants or anything.
grant or anything. Is that no? It is all done by fundraisers, and that I think is amazing. That I think that is a testament to Man Down though, because of what people want to do for it.
It's making the presence as well, and what we do, I think, is very good. Is that we make sure people know us and they see the brand. We've got quite a great logo that's yellow stands out.
Yeah,
and people see it now, and the fact that we do sell merchandise, which always goes back into the organisation, and seeing it now on public transport and things like that, and the work where it's come, because we are relatively new. We've only been around since 2018. Our first meeting was in Penryn. Though many years ago.
In a barbershop as well, wasn't
it? And now it's built up to 46. And our aim is to have 270 by the end of 2027. So you've got to think, next week we're a quarter through 2026. Which is flying.
It's a hell of a goal.
And without fundraising, without donations or anything like that, we can't achieve this to get those guys that need us.
So really, that shows the importance of your role as an events coordinator, though, as well. Because you think how much we raise from the events, and the people you have to talk to, the organising that you do to get these events going. So not just to help the reach to reach people, but to help keep Man Down going.
There's a lot of work behind the scenes. All the volunteers, put in time and hours and everything. And for me, it's like a full-time job on top of my full-time job. But I enjoy it. It's given me a purpose. It's given me a reason. I love being on the road. I love going out and meeting people.
There is I think a joy of talking to people out in the community. I think when we go to events and getting to chat to someone and making fit, especially when that person can come up to you and be like, oh, maybe they've had an experience with Man Down, or it's their first time reaching out to someone and they've come to you and they've decided to come and reach out to you because you are there. There's something special about that.
There is. And when we're at the events, we often get people come up and share with us because they need someone to talk to. And it's about listening, because the most important thing is listening.
Active listening.
It's not hearing, it's listening, and actively listening, and processing it and taking that in. And for us as facilitators and everything, we've got to remember to give ourselves some time, me time, because when people are offloading, we will soak in some of that.
There are times I can think of times where I've left the group and gone, Jesus, that was heavy. Do you know what I mean? And you have to take that time to process,
because we often deal with some serious issues that we have to hear. And it's like, okay, I need to go home, chill. For me, the way I relax is being neurodiverse, normally we tend to hang on to something or attach to something. For me, it's film. So I've got like an encyclopedic knowledge of movies. For me,
I'm not even going to test it on here because I just I know it.
There's no point doing the test because I'll win. So let's just hope there's no film questions on the quiz night that you're going to be at, that I'm at next week.
Actually, we're going to be competing against each other.
So, a Man Down team versus what's your?
The site team here. Where,
is it?
Where my caravan is. So we've got a group of friends. So we enjoy quizzes. I enjoy quizzes. I genuinely, I don't often take part in our local one here, but I do I sit here and I sit there. And normally by the end, when they're reading out the answer, I'm like, maybe I should have taken part.
And the thing is, you're most probably going to be like a quiz master or something. But I've gone off the subject then, and I've completely forgotten what we were talking about because I've gone on to quiz match. But me time. I like to relax when I get home, so I will put on a movie.
Yeah.
Have some quiet time. I don't want to really talk when I get home. I just want to.
Yeah, sometimes it's that silence.
Be quiet and process. And if I've had, this is going to sound really sad and cheesy because I'm single, but sometimes getting in and just having a hug with my dog, that shows me unconditional love.
Yeah.
Just to have that little first cuddle when you walk in the door because he's excited to see you. It puts that smile back on my face, and then he'll just
slobber on you
because for the listeners, I've got a Rottweiler, so he's a teddy bear, but he also thinks he's a lap dog.
Yeah. So, they always do. It's always the big dogs.
So having a 10-stone Rottweiler sit on your lap. Also, when I'm trying to watch a film, is a little bit.
You don't need a weighted blanket, then, do you?
No.
But to be fair, I do very similar when I get home from a meeting. So I come back here to the caravan, and I'm like, I normally get into bed, and I'll watch something on my phone, or I find I have got back into gaming a bit recently as well. Like I'll sit and I'll play something that's just a bit maybe like Minecraft or something like that. Something that's simple that I can just concentrate on.
I see you in Minecraft playing Jack Black's character. Was it Steve?
Yeah,
Steve.
Yeah. As some of my followers know from TikTok, I have sang the Lava Chicken song on TikTok, and
I think you were hoping I was going to say Jason Momoa.
No, I would never be Jason Momoa. Dude's a legend, but
and you're about a foot shorter.
I'm more Jack Black's build,
and not Samoan.
No, I'm not Samoan. Definitely not. No.
Well, Jason Momoa's from Hawaii, I think, but with Samoan descent.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to ask this now because normally whenever we talk actors, you sit there and go, "Oh yeah, I've worked with them." Have you worked with Jason Momoa?
I haven't worked with Jason Momoa, but I have worked with a first AD who worked with him on Justice League.
That's cool.
So there's always a connection.
That
I can connect to.
Let's say this now. Who is the biggest person you've worked with? Who would you say is the biggest actor you've worked alongside?
I think it's this is the biggest actor I've not worked alongside, but I've had the pleasure of meeting. And he's very popular, and he's been well known for decades now. Keanu Reeves.
Nice.
Lovely guy. Lovely guy. One of the few guys who surprised me as well, how tall he actually is in real life. Because
he doesn't look that tall.
He doesn't. One film he doesn't, especially like if you've seen him in Point Break or in Speed, where he's a bit more muscular than his earlier ones, like Bill and Ted and things like that, and he's put on a bit of muscle. He doesn't look that tall. But when I met him, he's about 6'2", 6'3", so he's a tall guy. And he was just genuinely really nice, down to earth guy. But most probably, I guess, the most famous actor, I guess now, because of the Marvel universe and everything, is Robert Downey Jr.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. So, I mean, dude, he's a legend. I mean, he went through a lot of mental health struggles, didn't he? Really, before he got it big.
He did. Well, he was big. He's been big since the 80s. But it was his mental health downward spirals and substance abuse that took him off the radar for many a year.
Because he very nearly went to prison as well, didn't he?
He did go to prison.
He did go,
He did go.
Okay.
He did go.
Yeah.
And it was just by chance the director of Iron Man, Jon Favreau, took that chance with Disney and said, "This is who I want it to be. I'm pushing for him. I'm pushing for him." And Robert Downey Jr. hadn't really worked much at that point when Iron Man was coming out. He'd done things, but he wasn't the pulling power he had years before. And then he got Iron Man and pushed for it and pushed for it and pushed for it.
Now, could you imagine anyone else as Iron Man?
No. And, you know, he's became the highest paid actor, I think it was. I think for the last Avengers, it was $40 million back end deal that he had.
Yeah.
So I think in fame wise, him, I think, is the most famous. Obviously, Daniel Radcliffe, when I was working on Harry Potter. Jason Statham was really nice when I worked with him.
I've heard he's a really down to earth guy.
Yeah, Jason's really nice. Really nice. When I worked on a project with him, I can tell you the most beautiful person I've seen is, or I've had the pleasure to work with, is Karen Gillan.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're a Doctor Who fan or anything like that, if you're listening to this, or Guardians of the Galaxy, Karen is absolutely lovely and beautiful. I got to work with her on a project for the BBC, and it's when she was starting to form a name. She was still in Doctor Who at that point, and before she got Nebula, but absolutely beautiful. She was one of the few people that actually I feel look better in the flesh than they do on film and camera.
Okay, wow.
She had a bubbly personality.
Yeah, that doesn't never come. That often doesn't come across.
Really nice. Yeah, really nice and down to earth, and that was great. I mean, I could be here talking all day.
I was about to say, I'm just seeing, like, we could sit and talk like this all day.
Oh, yeah, well, the favourite person though, there is one more story.
Go on.
The favourite, you know, I'm a Superman fan.
Yeah.
So I love Superman. Favourite movie growing up, the Christopher Reeve. Superman. I was doing my first paid job in the West End, in London on stage, and it was a 3-man play. Me, Alan, and Kevin. And now Alan, for if any of your listeners are a bit older or Coronation Street fans, he was the guy who got run over by the tram in Coronation Street. Big storyline of Christmas of 1989.
Before I was born.
Yeah. His wife is Sue Nichols, who plays Audrey Roberts in Coronation Street.
Okay.
She's no longer with us now, unfortunately. But Kevin, we were talking one day about favourite movies, and I said, "Oh, my favourite film's quite sad. It's Superman. You know, it was the first thing I remember seeing, and the special effects and everything." He was like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." He goes, "I know someone in that," and I was like, "Oh, okay, nice." And in Superman 1 and 2, you remember you've got General Zod, Ursula, and Non.
Yeah.
And it was Ursula he knew.
Okay.
Sarah Douglas. And one night he said, "There's someone in the audience for me." I was like, "Well, that's quite strange because I'd recently just lost my father."
Yeah.
And it's like, "There's someone in the audience." I was like, "Okay." I've not asked for anyone to go on the guest list or anything like that. And then half time in the dressing room, there's a knock at the door, and there's Sarah.
Wow.
Ursula from Superman, come especially to see me.
I bet that was like a proper fanboy moment.
Yeah, it was. And she bought me a signed picture that she had signed and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
You know, that was amazing. You know, then a year or so later, I went to a convention with a friend of mine. And Sarah remembered me because we still occasionally I still talk to her on Instagram, and she still remembers me. Which for me, that was one of the nicest things, because that's like something from my childhood come true.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, whoa, there's someone from my favourite movie.
Yeah.
You know, right in front of me.
Yeah, I get that. That's kind of special as well. But I mean, to be fair, I think we are going to wind this in now. But so I think
No, I want to go for another 2 hours. I'm having fun. This is really good. You know,
well, you'll always be welcome back, Darren. You know, we can do this again.
You know, maybe it will become the Pink Persuader and the Dark Destroyer or something. I don't know. I just copyrighted that from the Chase. I apologise.
Do not get me sued.
yeah, ITV, please do not.
I mean, so I think always one of the most important bits for this, I think sometimes it is, if there is a bloke listening to this right now, who is keeping everything in, what would you say to him?
Take the chance. Walk through the door. It is going to be nerve-wracking. It is going to be anxious. Mm-hmm. But take that chance, take that risk, because there is light at the other side.
Yeah.
You've just got to get through that door open to see that light. When you get there, you'll think, what was I worrying? What was I doing? And just open up, because it takes a real man to walk through those doors with a bunch of other 30 men to admit that you're hurting.
Yeah.
And that's what we are. We are hurting. We may not be hurting in pain, like as if you've got tooth or anything like that, but we're hurting in mental pain.
Yeah.
And mental pain can often be worse than the pain that we're experiencing physically, because it's always in your head.
Yeah. And
when you're in that sort of pain, take that risk, because believe me, you're being a strong man by coming in through those doors and saying, hey guys, I'm hurting.
And it's much better than the alternative, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
You know, and people say, oh, no one will miss me if I'm not here, or life will be much easier if I wasn't on the planet. No, it wouldn't. Life would be harder without you here. The impact will have a knock-on effect of that.
Yeah.
The world's a better place because you're here.
Yeah. And I think that's true, because actually you never know. If you walk through the world, there's always someone that notices you. Like, no matter what, you've touched someone's life at some point in your days. You've touched someone's life, and someone will miss
like
you.
You know, when you came in dressed like Biddy Connolly and Eddie Hall's love child in the meeting, and your kilt and everything like that.
Yeah.
That touched me. That made my day. That made me smile, because you were like, I don't care what people think about me or what I look like or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm me, and this is my personality, and I'll dress the way I want to dress, and this is me. So
this is it. And that's part of being. That's the confidence I've gained, being, I think, more recently, being the Pink Persuader, like doing what I do with social media and the podcast and now the books and everything. That confidence has grown from that, because actually it's a case of, do you know what? I've done this.
Yeah.
There is nothing anyone can say to me that's going to make me feel bad about the fact that I like to wear a kilt. That, all right, I do not wear it traditionally because, I am not very good at sitting in a way that people would not see something they don't want to see.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad you wear underwear. But you are a very big advocate for mental health, because you've experienced it, you've gone through it, you've done it. You have your dark days as well, as we know.
Yeah.
But what we do know with you, and we know the reasons why you keep going, are reasons that any father would have.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my two kids are the reason I'm still here. That is without a doubt. If it wasn't for those two, I wouldn't still be here. Like,
No, and
you know,
and if you wasn't, the world would be a duller place.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see that now, and do you know what? I'm probably 2 years on from probably where I was last in that place.
Exactly. And I mean,
And yeah,
when I've watched your TikToks and some of the people who follow you interact with you and stuff, you're making a difference and you're making an impact on those people. And you know, helping their lives, and you don't like compliments.
No, I hate it.
So I'm not going to compliment you, because otherwise this will have a load of expletives in it, and you won't ever be able to publish it on.
I know. I always will say that I always label the podcast as explicit, mainly because of the subjects that I talk about on here. Because yes, sometimes it helps to swear.
Okay, so I can swear.
Yeah, well, you can swear.
Poo poo and bum bum. So for all the listeners out there, I'm sorry that I said poo poo bum bum. He will bleep it out later.
Oh, no. This is a natural conversation, Darren. Everything stays in.
Oh, okay.
This is full. This goes out like this.
Oh, okay.
So, but something I've been doing recently, especially since I've been writing sagas and stuff like that, is at the end of each episode now, I'm doing a saga. I'm writing.
Have I got to dress up as a Viking?
You don't have to dress up.
Okay.
You can just you can listen to one of my sagas that I have written specifically for this episode. So these are just read out on here. These are not in my book.
Yeah.
This is brand new.
This is brand new, exclusive.
Yeah. So everyone that is listening to this, you're hearing this because we're pre-recording this. You're the first person to hear this. So it's the saga of the fire that was shared. There was once a man who walked through the dark with a torch clenched tight in his hand. He held it close because he thought that was what strength was. Carry your own flame. Say you're fine. Keep moving. Do not let anyone see you struggle against the wind. And for a while, that torch was enough to keep him going. But the road grew longer, the night grew colder, and there came a point, as there does for so many, where the flame began to shake. Not because he was weak, not because he had failed, but because no one was meant to walk every dark road alone. Then, in the distance, he saw something unexpected. Not a hero on a hill, not a man shouting orders, just a fire, a shared one, and around it stood other men, not perfect men, not fearless men, just honest ones. Men who knew what it was to be tired, men who knew what it was to carry too much in silence, men who had learnt that sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is step closer and say, I'm not all right. And something changed there. Because when one man shares his flame, another does not become smaller. The fire becomes stronger. That was once one torch in the dark became warmth, light, laughter, truth, and the kind of strength that does not come from pretending. It comes from being seen. So if you are out there tonight carrying your own torch with shaking hands, thinking you have to keep walking alone, hear this. You were never meant to do it all by yourself. There is no shame in stepping towards the fire. There is no weakness in being honest, and there is still warmth waiting for you. Much love, and be more kind. So yeah, that's the first time I've actually read one of those sagas out since I've done the 2 episodes returning with someone here. So
yeah, no, well done, mate. It's
I enjoy writing those sagas, and I find it's quite a story can be quite pungent in helping people understand.
Writing's very therapeutic.
It is. It's one of the we mentioned Charlie earlier. It's one of the things that his his loss inspired in me is it inspired these sagas.
Yeah.
It's inspired my books. So he's mentioned in every single one as a dedication.
Mm.
In fact, actually, the last saga in my first book is Charlie's Legacy.
Yeah.
So
It was.
yeah, and that was a tough one to write. But well, we've been chatting for an hour, Darren.
Have we?
We've been chatting an hour and 5 minutes.
It only seems like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm sure to the viewers it will seem like 4 hours.
but
Viewers, listeners.
yeah, listeners.
I'm not even being filmed.
I know. No, this is it. But guys, thank you so much for listening. As always, thank you for your support. This has been the Pink Persuader on mental health. Thank you, Darren.
You're welcome.
For coming on. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and as always, much love and be more kind.
Let the echoes fade.